Hello guys, it's me, Red the Dinosaur, and today in Forza Horizon 5 with the Mercedes-Benz 500E, part of this monthly update on Forza Horizon 5. And this is one of those cars that actually sells more because it has a cool story, because the performance is a lot to be desired. But let's start first. What is up to this quite normal looking sedan that they decided to put in as a festival bonus? What is so special about this old Mercedes sedan? Well, it has a lot to say about Porsche, and I am very thankful that this car exists, because if it wasn't for this car, I don't know if Porsche existed or exists to this day. Well, back then, in basically the last part of the 80s, well, Mercedes was actually searching to answer the BMW M5. And well, they have the E series that was a perfect approach for that. But they were kind of oversaturated in the production area. And well, they had this car that they wanted to build, but they don't have any plans to build it. And Porsche was facing a really tight financial crisis due to some mistakes that I don't want to name. So they just decided to approach to Porsche and basically tell them that they wanted this car to be built, and they will basically pay that off due to the production. And well, they decided to just do it, and they basically engineered and built the 500E. And man, this is one of those cars that was actually impressive due to just being a sleek and boring looking, but was really good performing. That, well, in the game doesn't make too much justice, but that's another story for later soon. So basically the car was really cool. It was limited to 250 kilometers per hour due to German restrictions, but it was more because the car wasn't able to actually catch the Lotus Cartron, basically a British sedan that was the fastest. And they just decided to just say, yeah, the car is limited and that's it. But that's Mercedes for you. And basically the car is quite cool. Again, it's basically a wolf in a sheep's clothing. When you see this car, it's just quite boring and bland, and it's not like, okay, this is my grandpa's car, but it's actually pretty cool. It's a performance sedan, and Mercedes built it that way just to answer the M5, and even in a very different way when these two cars basically speak by themselves, even when they are completely on a stop, that they are performance sedans. Mercedes took this approach to be subtle and not to just be too much of a looker, just to let the performance speak by itself. And it's something that I really like, these terms of a sleeper car. Well, with this story out of the way, let's start about the car in the game. Well, isn't exactly good. I wish it wasn't that as good as Current Driver back then did in its test back in basically at the start of the 90s. But no, this car is not that great. The handling is a bit boaty. The acceleration wasn't there, and the top speed was lacking. In B700, that was the thing, and it kind of was struggling to get first places in some of the races because the car is quite slow, and the acceleration, yeah, is not there. Even at the start, you can feel that the car is stalling because the acceleration is really bad. And I just decided to take this approach since the B700 area was quite bad, to just say, let's upgrade it all just to all and see what happens. It just goes to A794 if I'm not wrong. It doesn't reach A800. I don't know why, but that's pretty much it. But actually the car in A800 is quite cool. Like, it's not the best, but it's quite there. Like, you can actually fix the acceleration and the top speed if you put the race transmission and all the engine upgrades, because, well, it turns into a 560 horsepower car when you start with only 380. So it actually makes quite of a change in terms of top speed and acceleration, obviously, but makes it quite fun, especially with the handling that is a bit challenging. But I quite enjoy it, and I made it a bit more of a custom car in this area, so it's quite cool. So overall, this is something that if you want to get it, well, it's only 20 points available on the playlist, not too difficult. But at the same time, I don't blame you. You don't want to see, you want to get this car, but it has a cool story behind. So if you want to get it, just to if you're a Porsche fan, well, that's pretty much the car you have to be thankful of. Before you put your angry comment on Instagram saying why they are putting dinosaurs before the Porsche GT3 RS 992, well, you need to be thankful that this car exists, because if it wasn't for the 500E, you won't be having any 992 GT3 RS. So just to keep it in mind. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this really cool Mercedes. Again, really cool story, but the performance is not there. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.